All right, man. Let's talk about the Showtime Timberwolves versus the Dallas Mavericks. They will be facing off in the Western Conference Finals. They really wanted Jokic versus Denver, but hey, man, shout out to Jokic versus Dallas, Denver versus Dallas. But excuse me, shout out to Minnesota, man. I went to bed at halftime, thought it was over with, woke up. They was up like 6 with like less than 2 minutes left to go. So, defense. Defense. There's a difference when you allowed to play defense, bro. This league would be totally different, bro. All these brothers' games would be under 100 easily. But you can't defend. You can't touch nobody. You can't defend. You can't touch nobody. You can't. And now when you're able to defend, it's a totally different ball game. And what they did was they ramped it up defensively. And if you look at that box score real quick to talk about Denver, only 2 players had double digits, and Jamal Murray and Jokic combined for 75. Nobody else did absolutely nothing. And you look at Minnesota supporting cast. They did it all. Karl-Anthony Towns led the team. There was a lot of talks about him not showing up big in games. He did. So once you start getting into it, bro, the difference was the Wolves were a unit. And without Bruce Brown and Christian Braun showing up this season, they just didn't have the same depth. Look, 5 points from Brown, 5 points from Caldwell Pope, 7 points from Michael Porter Jr., 4 points from Aaron Gordon. That's it. 34-35 from Jokic and Murray. Look other way, they got 11 from Nas, 16 from Edwards, 10 from Conley, 23 from Towns, 13 from Gobert. Jay McDaniels gave him 23. And gave it all on the defensive side of the floor. And look at the minutes played. You know what I'm saying? Less than 40 Conley, less than 40 Towns, less than 40 Gobert. And then McDaniels and Edwards led them. Edwards with 44 minutes played, McDaniels with 40 minutes played. You look on the other side of that, 42, 34, 47, 43, 40. Come on. In the second half, all the Wolves had to do was hang around. That's all they had to do was hang around. That's it. The Nuggets was going to get tired. Deep championship runs, pause. They were going to get tired. And to be honest, this next matchup they got is easier. This next matchup they got is easier. It's easier. It's literally easier, So when we started talking about the Mavs versus the Wolves, the way Anthony Edwards clamped down Jamal Murray was crazy. That's the crazy thing about it. And Luka all broke up. He another one of them dudes who not in great shape. He's another one of them dudes who in iffy type of shape. So really, Jay McDaniels, guarding Luka Doncic is gonna be interesting. Karl-Anthony Towns, Anthony Edwards should have a green like this series. They got no answer for him. They can double him, but the difference is they not as good as the recover as the Denver Nuggets is. So to be honest, Anthony Edwards, should have, Kyrie or Luka can't hold him. The question is, can Dallas bigs cross out Minnesota bigs? If they can, the series is gonna be very competitive. Dallas has to win the boards. They have to win on the inside. PJ Washington got to continue to keep doing what he's doing. And Luka got to keep doing what they're doing. But the problem is they're both two good defensive teams. Let me say that. But the problem is one team is a good defensive team. Okay? Because what they're going to ask PJ Washington to do as a guard Anthony Edwards at times. I'm telling you what they're gonna ask him to do. That's what they're gonna ask him to do. He gonna get cooked. And if they want to say, well, PJ, go defensively and guard Edwards, and then you still want him to hit timely shots, it's a lot to ask of him. And on the flip side of it, if Jay McDaniels, can score and defend, they should be they probably gonna run right this year. They don't have an answer for Karl-Anthony Towns. So Karl-Anthony Towns can just, do what Karl-Anthony Towns do. They don't have an answer for him. They literally don't have an answer for him. You know what I'm saying? So so it should be interesting. It should be interesting. So, in my humble opinion, I like Minnesota in this one. In reality, if it wasn't a business, this should be over in 5 maximum. But it's a business, and I think it'll go at least 6. The difference with OKC, I watched some of that series. The difference in that series was OKC didn't have no girth on the boards. That Chet Holmgren more of a 4. Chet Holmgren more of a 4 than anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard for him to bang down there with those other guys because he's so small. So I don't think he can put on a lot of weight. So more than likely, Chet Holmgren, unless he put on some weight, he's gonna be a power forward in this league, man. But that was the difference. Now you get Naz Reid, you get Kyle Anderson, Karl-Anthony Towns, Rudy Gobert. They can control the boards and control the paint. In reality, it should be over in 5. Kyrie and Luka, they can win you one game apiece. But the defensive side of things, man, they got good team defense. But the question is, Kyrie Irving and Luka, who they gonna defend? They gonna try to put one of them on Conley. And they gonna try to put one of them on Jay McDaniels. And they gonna put PJ Washington on They're gonna put PJ Washington on Karl-Anthony Towns. I'm telling you, on Anthony Edwards. But the true question is, the true question is this: who they gonna put on? Who gonna guard Karl-Anthony Towns? That's the question. I'm gonna be nice, and I like the Mavs in 6. The Timberwolves in 6. They seem to wear you down, and they seem to be the better conditioned team. So that's just my opinion. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Subscribe button is your bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Crucial chance get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link subscription. Peace.